So you see at the level of the mind how apartheid works. You're not good enough to be elevated to anything. And where your boxes, where your residential areas, which schools you go to, what kinds of sport you play, which beaches you go to, what social activities you can or can't do, when you can and or can't do those things.
Everything was suppressed in apartheid time. South Africa was a country of 1,000 Berlin walls.
There used to be segregation parks, segregation transport, restaurant, place of work. There were different toilets. Besides male and female, there were white toilets and there were black toilets. You were not even involved to go shoulder to shoulder with them. So when you're going in the same direction, you must open up a space, let them go freely as they wish. Sometimes they may even hit you with their shoulder. You must be the one to apologize.
Apartheid was untruthful, it was a lie. It was a lie to the people of South Africa and to the people of the world.
These are the people who have built South Africa into a modern industrial giant. South Africans of all colors and creeds, sharing the rewards of a free enterprise economy.
The role of the mass media in the apartheid area would depend on which facet of the media it was. Because of apartheid, there was different facets of the media. There was the black press, the English press, and the Afrikaans press. Remember, we only had television in 1976. So there was apartheid before that. The television, on the other hand, it was state-run, and that will tell you everything.
The media at the time was heavily censored. There was the Internal Security Act at the time, which, I mean, you could be thrown into jail without having a formal hearing. Detention without trial was what it was called, for using the ANC's name in your publication, for mentioning anything about a banned organization or a banned individual. So it was intense, and there was a huge clampdown on information.
The English speaking was the most liberal. They were like a bit of a conscientizing the population, especially the English population, as to, you know, the injustices of apartheid, whereas the Afrikaans press was with the government of the day in all the ways, and there was very little opposition. In fact, there was support for the apartheid regime from the Afrikaans press. But the English language newspapers were more liberal and criticizing continually as far as they could, because they themselves were censored and were subject to restrictions and penalties.